Everybody, welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Here we are in a W900 by John Ruda. This one wasn't as customizable as I thought it would be for the price, but it is better than the stock version. Can add a lot more lights, but there's only one cab. You can make it an 8x4 long, an 8x4 short, 6x4 long, 6x4 short, but the cab is the cab. You can't make it a single cab, you can't make it a flat top. It is what it is. So we're going to go with this one, see how this one works out for us. It's got really bright lights. I put a light bar up top. And let's get started. We're going to be going from Idaho Falls, Idaho to Missoula, Montana, I believe. So let's get started here. When I first got this truck, it offered to put a GPS like right in the middle of my way, and then I had already had the truck, so you can't go back, so I had to find a service area to go back to and take it out because there was already one in here. Get close enough. Like with the other truck that I had in the last episode, you could change the CB. You could put custom lights wherever you wanted to. This one, you can only put them on the bumper. I decided to go with the one every other as opposed to one right next to the next light. We have this woman in here that's not on her phone. We couldn't get off the phone in here, unfortunately. This one I noticed is a little bit more, it's a bigger file as well as a bigger mod, so that's why you see the skipping. That truck up there got in a little accident there. These trucks are like running lights more often. Oops. I got into an accident on the way over here. I can show you with this thing here. 13% damage to my truck, so that's not the greatest, but I typically don't drive the speed limit,
and then turn left.
And I typically run red lights, so that's what I get.
Turn left.
Brakes. But the traffic's acting a little bit better, actually. They're not, well, they are getting in more accidents, which I noticed, but they're running like yellow lights and stuff like that, and I didn't notice that previously. They would like stop on every light. They wouldn't jump in front of you. I don't know if this mod has anything to do with it, but this truck here is $20. The Classic XL was $25, or maybe I have that backwards. I'll put it in the description below. I messed up that there. But if you guys are interested in any of John Ruda's mods, I'll put the description below, and if you guys want to check him out, I mean, you can't really check him out. I don't know if he provides pictures. He might.
Go straight on.
But it's all through PayPal, so if you guys want to try that, you guys do it at your own risk. He's a pretty, I don't know who he is, but he gets back to you right away. I have it on my Facebook, but he's also on Instagram.
Go straight on.
I'll put all that stuff in the link in the description down below. But as you guys saw with the last truck, I mean, I didn't go to the truck configurator to show you like what all you could do to the Classic XL, but I should probably do that just so you have a little bit more, just so you understand it a little bit more, and maybe see if you're interested in it.
And then turn
Texture
right.
not found up there. I did take out a lot of mods, like I said. I
Turn
took out
right.
the real advertisements and stuff like that, so that's why that's probably happening. But I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Long weekend. If you live in the U.S., you have Labor Day. Not a lot of people are working, but there's a lot more to do if you live where I live. With everything going on, pandemic and everything, there's not really much in other places around the world that I really don't know, but I know Australia has it pretty rough. Just by reading some of the news articles I read. I'm not big on the news. I subscribe to something called Morning Brew, like brewing your coffee, and it pretty much gets rid of like all the unnecessary stuff that you would see on certain news websites, so that you can pretty much just, I don't know, it just shows you like simple stuff, like top articles, but they're simpler, more simplified. So it's something I like. If I go check my email, it's just like one page of what's going on. If you want to read into it further, you got to Google it. I don't know. I personally like that. I'm not big on the news. I really don't care for it. The only reason I really found out that San Diego was opening up to 25% restaurant capacity was because my girlfriend watches the news or looks at articles and stuff like that. I myself, I don't care for it too much, like I just said. So I should be exploring Idaho a lot more regularly. I just have been having problems with certain maps, or maybe it's the coast to coast. I really don't know, but it wasn't showing me. I'm gonna go jump into a lower gear. Wait, 7. It wasn't showing me like good routes. I mean, it wasn't letting me go out of Idaho very well, like in a normal route. Like it was cut off, as I showed you in probably 3 or 4 episodes ago. I was wondering if anybody knew anything about it, but I haven't found anything. Well, I haven't really looked on the SCS forums or anything like that, which I probably should, but I don't get that much gaming time. Because I still sleep kind of upside down, but I go to bed a lot later. I mean, sometimes I go to bed at like 10 p.m., sometimes I go to bed at like 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. So sometimes I sleep a lot later, but my girlfriend goes to work pretty early in the morning. She gets up at like 4:30, so then I wake up, and then after she goes to work, I go to sleep. I try to go back to sleep, and I don't wake up until like noon or something like that. And then she gets off around 3 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock. So when she's here, welcome to Montana. When she's here, I try to not be so much on the computer unless she wants to be on the computer, because she does play games on my PC, which is fine, because she also plays PS3 and PS2, a lot of old school games. But I kind of got her into a couple games, but for some reason, some people are different. I bought Cooking Simulator. I might play it on the channel, but since there's so much moving around, she kind of gets like nauseous. from it, from all the moving around, which a lot of people are different. I myself, I don't have that problem. But as you read on most games, that they could cause, if you feel nauseous or drowsy or dizzy, or some people get epileptic seizures from it. She gets nauseous from all the moving around, so she didn't really like the cooking simulator game. I found it pretty cool. It's more of a game that if you have like VR, it'd probably be a lot better than trying to use a controller or the mouse and keyboard. I tried to use a controller, it's a lot more slow, so I went back to mouse and keyboard, and I found it pretty fun, but it's very stressful. It's a very stressful game. I mean, cooking in a restaurant is probably pretty stressful. Depends on which job you have or what title you have, but that game is, you got to get things out in a certain amount of time. If you don't, then the guest leaves and they cancel their order, and then you got to start on the next one, and you only have like 8 minutes, and you can only grab like one thing at once, so like one tomato, but if you need 2 tomatoes, you got to go back to get the second one. You can't have 2 in your hand at once, so I pretty much take everything out, put it all on the table, like everything on the table, so that I don't have to go to the back to grab something. So if you guys want to see that game, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll play it for you guys if you guys care for it. Going too fast, as always. I should probably turn on the speed limiter. I don't know what that box is below the CB radio. Maybe a speaker? Radio Shack? I don't think they're in business anymore. Hey! What are you doing? Nothing? That's cool. Get off the phone, woman! Wherever you're at. I miss you. Put it on cruise control here. See how much? 152 miles. The job I picked today is a little bit longer than most of my jobs that I pick. I try to keep it around 200 miles. I believe this one's like 255. So, if you guys don't care for the scenery, you guys can always get past this and watch my terrible backing up. I feel like that blinker is too fast. It's almost like when you have a blinker out in your car, and when you turn on the blinker, it's like one of them is faster, trying to tell you something's wrong with one of your blinkers or brake lights or something. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard that, but excuse me if you did. We're only going 61. Cruise control set at 66. I'm assuming when we get up to 66, we're going to go faster than this Dodge Charger here. I have a doctor's appointment today in person, which is the first time since this whole thing started. Of course, I got to text the doctor to let him, or text the nurse to let him know that I'm outside, so it's going to take a little getting used to, but it's not something that I'm not already used to with everything happening. These roads are kind of bare. I feel like I'm in Missouri. Not Missoula, but Missouri. I watched some towing channel, heavy duty trucking towing, like semi-truck towing. His name is Ron Pratt on YouTube, if you want to check him out. Out there, exits are very spread out. That's something
Right, and then exit right.
something I'm not used to personally. I'm used to like exits being like every
Exit right.
butt discovered. I'm used to exits being like every mile, every 2 miles at the most. I'm going too fast. Nobody's here. Wow, look at all this. Every 2 miles at the most, but out there in Missouri, there's like an exit every like 10 miles. Which if you missed your exit, you're kind of SOL. Pretty much. If I don't know where I'm going though, I'll typically use the GPS, which is my phone, which connects to the Bluetooth and will talk to me like this lady talks to me. But yeah, I found that pretty odd. Like, there's just road. I mean, it's just a long road. If you have to go back, it takes forever. Especially if you're in like that Ron Pratt drives, which is, I believe it's a Peterbilt 389 with the whatever the thing is on the back. I guess it weighs like 75,000 pounds, that truck alone, and then you tow a big rig which can weigh, I'm not sure how much they can tow, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know they weigh a lot. What we're hauling today is only 21,546 pounds of household appliances. We got 55 miles to go on this long, desolate highway. We're going 83 miles an hour. Allied. I haven't seen one of those trucks in years. I don't even know if that company still exists. Allied Towing, or Allied Moving Company. Hey, there's the train that's barely loading in. We're still going too fast, but I'm gonna get past this guy. I believe, where we're going, I'm gonna have to get over, or get back over to the other lane. So along with moving, when I finally move to Texas, I'm either going to get a PC before I move to Texas or when I get to Texas. Because I want a faster processor, because I tried to play BeamNG or whatever it's called, and I can only load in like 3 cars before it starts to get unable to play. So I know I need a bigger processor, so I'm probably gonna go with like either an i7, Intel 7, or maybe a Ryzen 7 or something. I know I want a new PC though, and I'm probably gonna get like a 2080 Super.
Keep right, and then exit right.
And I don't know if I'm going to build it myself.
Exit right.
I know people where I currently live. That build PCs, but
and then turn
out in Texas, I don't know anybody that builds PCs. Missoula discovered. I can't, woman. Relax. Little sketchy. I think I got off the highway to get back on the highway. There's a Lone Star.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Right here.
Turn left.
Oh, he's turning too. Fine, don't go. Thank you. Nope, not good at float.
Get ready to turn left.
Here? Not here. Not here. Here.
Turn left.
You got it, woman. There's nothing here. The building hasn't loaded. Or this is just a big parking lot.
You have arrived at your destination.
Your route guidance is over. What happened to that, lady? Way too long. Really? Of course it would be right here. I do like the openness, though. But I don't think we're supposed to be over here. Let's see here. That's a tough spot. Stick my head out the window. Chill, I see my passenger side at least. It's pretty close over there. Yep. Oh, I think that was gonna do much. Doing a little bit. I can get back in my truck. Oops, wrong button. I hit the developer option thing where you can move your truck around. I cheated a little bit by sticking my head out the window. See what this looks like. Not bad. We're lined up with the door. Turn our truck off and drop it off. Excellent. Household appliances delivered from Idaho Falls to Missoula, Missouri. No. Missoula, Montana. Sorry about that. 278 miles. See, it was longer than... That was about right. 255. 5 hours, 6 minutes, 61.3 gallons consumed. So that's that truck. I don't have that mod in to show you about the other truck I was talking about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, enjoyed your long weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Take care. Get off the phone, woman! Peace out.